Welcome back, everyone. It's almost the end of the first innings. Marcus Stoinis has again proven why he's such a good finisher, and he's absolutely muscled the opposition and brought Delhi to a very, very good total 190 plus now. One ball still remaining. If they can get a six, they'll get to 200. Regardless, it's a really good score. Hi, Vedant. How are you?
Well, let me tell you one thing. It is a very, very good score. 196 is what they have managed. So I think it's a very, very good performance. Just so you can see Virat Kohli's face, he's looking a little unhappy, and it shows that Delhi has posted something which seems to be a little out of the box and little out of frame for a side like Bangalore. And let me tell you what a performance this has been from Marcus Stoinis, 53 again, and he has shown the world that he belongs to this level. And let me tell you one more thing, Yuvraj. Ponting just said something before actually Marcus Stoinis was going out there. And I think that has worked. I don't know what he said, but I think it worked in Stoinis' favor.
He had a really animated discussion with him during the strategic timeout. He has filled something in his ears that has just given Marcus Stoinis the confidence to just go out there and blast everything to the boundary. He's done really well after that. I don't know what magic pill did Ricky Ponting give to Marcus Stoinis, but it surely worked. Marcus Stoinis ending at 53 of 26. Another fabulous innings, brute force that Marcus Stoinis possesses. He just muscles everything over to the boundary. It's been another great show from Delhi. They're in a very good position after the first innings. It's a good total. It's a total on the higher side, but Bangalore are not yet out of this game, and still they have a lot of firepower in their batting. They've got Padikkal and
Absolutely,
Aaron.
you are absolutely right when you say that, Yuvraj, because a lot of firepower is with Bangalore. You see, Devdutt Padikkal is performing really very well. 350 is already in 4 innings. It shows the class and the way he has taken that catch. Let me tell you, the confidence level was here, and now it will be here. And Aaron Finch, on the other hand, he would be looking to fire as well because one Australian has already did. His name is Marcus Stoinis, and he being the captain of Australia, he would want to replicate that performance for Bangalore. Virat Kohli is back in form as well. AB de Villiers is performing well. Shivam Dubey is there. So I think overall side is looking good. And at the same time, you have Moeen Ali today. So the batting looks really deep, and I think it can act in a favor of Bangalore today.
It does look deep, but it also looks a little bit short to me, Vedant, because till number four there is AB de Villiers. After that there is Moeen Ali, counting him as a specialist batsman. Then after that it's looking a little brittle. Shivam Dubey will come in, and the host of all rounders, Washington Sundar, is also there. So from number six onwards, it's looking a little bit itchy for Bangalore. So the top five, top four, top five have to do the job quickly, I think.
Well, absolutely. But I think let's talk about Delhi first because they have posted 196 runs on the board, and posting that on Delhi, that's equal to 230, 235 of Sharjah. Well, let me tell you one more thing. They have some good bowlers. You have Ravichandran Ashwin, Kagiso Rabada. So you will be expecting something really good today when it comes to their bowling as well. And one more stat. 62 came in last 5 overs. How tough will be it on somebody like Virat or AB de Villiers to probably match that?
Really good batting at the far end of the innings, of course. Rishabh Pant also failed to catch up in the last couple of overs, but before that, 37 of 25 again. He's got a lot of 30s now in this tournament. He hasn't converted these into big ones, but I think Marcus Stoinis did the job there. He's such a brute player, such a powerful player, and even when you miss it, the ball it goes over the boundary as we saw today. And Bangalore have a task on their hands. I think it will be a really tough chase because again the boundaries are so big. You can't per se hit sixes at will, except AB de Villiers of course, and it'll be good to see how the batsmen pace their innings.
But I think one thing is favor of Bangalore, Yuvraj, and that is Virat Kohli likes to chase. He loves chases.
He is the chase master. There's no doubt about that. He just gets that clarity in his head when he knows what score he's chasing, what kind of runs are required. In the first innings, he not even in the first innings he's a lot confused, but in the second innings, when he knows the target, when he knows how tall the building is that he needs to climb, he does a good job, calculates really well. He has a good calculative mind, really prudent framework in his mind. When that how to go about it when you require these much amount of runs. Today, he'll know that he has to go clicking from the word go. He has to time the ball when he comes on to bat, and I think it'll be interesting how Devdutt Padikkal and Aaron Finch first set it up for them. They definitely need a.
You are absolutely right, because how you perform in the power play will actually define how your next 6 overs will also go. Because your first 6 overs are very, very important if you're chasing 196. 196 is not 130, 140, where you are, if you tumble at the start of it, you will not be able to make a comeback. Then it is very, very important. We can see somebody like AB de Villiers, we can see somebody like Virat Kohli. They need to step up on the occasion. I think I've said it more than just a couple of times, but once again, it will be all about Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers today if they want to win this game.
Definitely, I think a lot of onus on these two big players, the marquee players. Apart from that, I'd also like to talk about Prithvi Shaw. He looked $1 million today when he was batting. Such fabulous timing. He has that silky touch on the ball. It just flows away from his bat when it hits the middle. The way he was hitting the ball, especially that 6 over covers, short of the tournament for me without a doubt. It was brilliant to watch, and what a lad, what a guy, bright future, such a bright future. Got out prematurely. I was so disappointed because he was batting so well. Everything he was touching was turning to gold. What a golden touch he was in today. Fabulous to watch. I wish he wouldn't have gotten out so early.
Well, I'm glad you explained it in the best way possible, because 42 of 23 deliveries is what Prithvi Shaw managed. 5 boundaries and 2 massive 6s, and that shows the class of this 20-year-old guy. Well, let me tell you one more thing, guys. He did not start well in the tournament, but the way he has come back in last 3 games, it has been one to watch. But I want to talk about two guys, Yuvraj. The first one is Shikhar Dhawan. What is going wrong for him? Because he gets all the starts which are required, 25, 35, 40. This is what you expect from Shikhar Dhawan, but you expect that 40 will turn into 60. You expect that 35 will turn into 70. That is not happening. It's
Uh,
been
it,
what,
it,
5 games now?
it is going wrong for him somewhere. Today also we saw the bat turn in his hand. It turned totally, and it's a sign that when you're not hitting the middle of the bat, there is something wrong with your form. Shikhar Dhawan, I really don't know what is wrong because he's such a class player. He has that left-hander's elegance. He needs to prop up his game for sure because he has to take inspiration from the guy at the other end, Prithvi Shaw, who's going absolutely fabulously. He's a good solid 10 years younger to him,
Right.
and but still there's no age bar here. That's why this tournament is so great. You can learn from the younger people in your squad. You can also learn from the older people in your squad. So it'll be fabulous to see if Shikhar Dhawan also is able to provide a good start and himself is able to build those innings and get to those big scores.
If you had to define that catch by Devdutt Padikkal in one word, what will you say?
Um, uh, Catch by Devdutt Padikkal. I think it was clever, really clever. I think he clever and I think risk free because it just didn't look like that. It was a tough catch. He just took it really well. Just slight hiccup there, and he held on to it. Was going outside the boundary. Just so effortless. If you would have seen this 5 6 years back, maybe you would have been like, "Wow, this is something new. This is great.
And
This is cricket at its finest."
yeah, one thing which we have been able to notice in this tournament thus far is I think a lot of teams are actually practicing these catches, because this is not the first time we have seen this. We also saw Glenn Maxwell taking something of this sort. We saw another player from Punjab, I think, taking a catch like this. We saw what Nicholas Puran did the other day, and now Devdutt Padikkal. So I
It's a
think
part of
it's
the game now.
becoming a, yeah,
It's a
continue.
part of it's a part of the game now. The teams have been practicing it for so long now, for so many years. Once it came into the game, it became a part of the game. And Every year we see the standard of every department, not just fielding, batting and bowling, it just keeps going higher and higher. That's what we're seeing. If you see, if you watch it closely, last couple of years, when we see these catches, they looked tough, and the fielders have made it look easy now. It's just common parlance now that if you get a high ball and it's going over the boundary, you overbalance, you just
Right.
politely throw it in, come in yourself and take the catch. It's a part of the game, and it's definitely such a great thing to watch that the standard just keeps going up and up.
To a sensational catch, Yuvraj has defined it politely. Dev the particle, I'm sorry for you. Anyway, coming back to the scorecard, jokes apart, guys. 196 is what Delhi has been able to manage in their quota of 20 overs. As we talked about, Prithvi Shaw, 42 of 23 deliveries, 5 boundaries, and 2 massive sixes. Shikhar Dhawan again got a start, managed 32 of 28 deliveries. Shreyas Iyer, well, you were a little unlucky. Let me tell you that Moeen Ali got his first wicket in Indian T20 League 2020 season. 11 of 13 deliveries, one boundary for him. Rishabh Pant, you looked in some class, and that's what we expect from you. 37 of 25 deliveries. Marcus Stoinis, you show your class once again. Second half century in Indian T20 League 2020 season. 53 of 26 deliveries, 6 boundaries, and 2 massive sixes. Shimron Hetmeyer, I'm glad that you performed because your selection in the side was actually questionable. 11 of 7 deliveries, 1 massive 6. And when you see at the bowling card of Bangalore, well, a lot to look at actually. Isru Odana did well, 1 of 40, but one individual who has actually impressed me a lot is Mohammad Siraj. Came into the side, Yuvraj, 2 of 34 in 4 overs. One word, please.
He was hungry, I think. Hungry is the word. He was really hungry today. He was sitting out for a long time, and it showed on his face. It showed in his body language that he was really hungry for wickets. He was hungry to go out there, express himself, and he did express himself really well. It was great to watch that when a bowler knows that I should be there in the side. I should be doing it out there for my side. I should be winning matches for them. And when you're sitting out like that, and when you're brought back into the side, you do this, and he did it really well. He expressed himself. That is the essence of his bowling today.
Yuvraj, just a few minutes to the start of second innings. So just let's move to the next segment, and that is best tweets of first inning. First one is coming from Shane. He says, today, Royal Challengers Bangalore is playing the best 11. They should not change it. Just if Siraj does not do well in future, then only he can be changed. Others are good. They need a big hitter like Moin at the end. Well, I personally believe he's right because the combination looks really very good. I don't know whether the selection of Gurkeerat Singh Mann was good or not because he did not get a chance to perform. So his selection was a little questionable. And Mohammad Siraj, I think he did pretty well and he will definitely be playing the next game. Uh, Going on to the next tweet now, it's from Itir and he says, this is the exact type of wicket where you want to play T20 cricket. Enough turn and bounce for spinners, enough carry for the pacers. If you bend your back, batsmen striking on the up, and boundary sizes are different enough of 80 meters. What is your say?
I like this tweet. I like this tweet better than the last one because I think it's too early to judge if this is the best playing 11 for them. Depends on how they perform, not just how they look on paper. On paper, every team looks good, but I think agree with the second tweet more. If you do bend your back as a bowler, you have enough purchase of this wicket. That's what we've seen. There was turn available for Washington Sundar. There was turn available for Moeen Ali as well. And those short balls we saw from Mohammad Siraj, that was an exemplification of what this guy tweeted. So a fabulous tweet, second one, I think.
Aaron Finch and Devdutt Padikkal are out in the middle. And what is your final say? 197 is what Bangalore need. Can they chase it?
I can't decide today. I am
You
sorry.
have to say yes or a no. More than a million people are watching you right now.
Okay. I'm really excited to watch Devdutt play, and I'll go with Delhi.
All right, let's see what happens. Delhi is what Yuvraj is going with. 197 is what Bangalore need in their quota of 20 overs. We hope that you enjoyed Sports Tiger Presents Mid-Wicket, Mid-Innings live actually. And we will be joining you guys in the post-match. So don't go anywhere and keep watching Sports Tiger. Thank you so much.